Hello. How you guys doing? Today it is that time of the day where we hop on stream and we get right to it. So today we're going to be heading to another track in Europe, or we're going to head back to Europe this time. We're going to Barcelona. So right now we're going to head in, so we're going to do 60 minutes practice. And then after that 60 minutes practice, we're gonna head right into quali and then the race. And as you guys know how I really run things already, this time is gonna be 60 minutes because I pushed it up a little bit more than normal. I believe 33 laps. I don't remember exactly how much laps I did. Yeah, it's 33 laps, I believe. I don't remember how much the total laps is for the actual race because I didn't check it. But yeah, welcome to practice 3. Welcome to the 9th race on the calendar. So this is the 10th race on the calendar. My bad. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it. So with that being said, we're gonna head all the way to Spain, have some fun. I don't know how much you guys enjoyed this. So yeah, we're gonna head to Barcelona, have some fun. Barcelona is fun. It's a great track. I really love the track. And funny enough, Max Verstappen actually got his first race win in Barcelona on this track back in 2016. So that's what's up. So we're gonna run some laps really quick.
There'll be a lack of rubber out on track, so take it easy for the first couple of laps.
So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna run some laps on the track, get you guys used to it a little bit. This is a fun track. I actually enjoyed driving on Barcelona, to be honest. Not a bad track. It's a decent track. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Not that, like, it's high speed, but like high speed in like certain corners, but like there's a lot of like long stretches. Like in this case, like this turn right here is a long stretch turn. Like it's long. It's a very good place to overtake. I won't strongly suggest it, but it's a very good overtaking point as well through here as well. And we all saw what happened to Max in Barcelona this year. It happened right here in this turn, honestly. I was kind of a bit disappointed, but it's okay. He was frustrated and mad. So, it's understandable. So, yeah, with that being said, we're gonna head right into this. You know what's crazy? I've driven this track in 2 different games, and I've driven it both ways. I've driven this track in Circuit Corsa, and I've driven this track in F1. And in the Circuit Corsa, there's a track. Oops, my bad. Thank God I wasn't on the lap. I was just in the lap. In a Circuit Corsa, there was a part of the track that you don't get to see or drive in F1, because I guess it's for different races. But I've drove this track on the Circuit Corsa, and it's faster and more slippery on the Circuit Corsa than it is in F1. But I could be wrong. So yeah. So what we're gonna do now is just gonna do a couple laps in this case. Let's do roughly. I'm gonna try to do 8 laps because there's like 50 something minutes, so might as well run the time instead of just like let it go down. But once again, welcome to Barcelona. Really great track though. I think I had like one race where I was like panicking on this track. I think that was from either my 20. No, that was in my third season, I believe. That was in my third season, so like my third season, like I was really like struggling on this track a lot. Yeah, I had a really bad race on this track, like where the car was not driving properly. Like I couldn't even turn properly. No matter what I did, I pushed the car into the corner, lap after lap after lap. Like nothing was going right. There was so much oversteer. There was so much happening that I was like, yeah, no. Sorry about that, guys. I went off track for a quick second. Yeah, I don't know what season that was, but oops. Yeah, I'm driving kind of crazy right now, guys. My bad. I don't remember what season it was, but like it was a season where I that like was really really bad. So I needed to get that. I needed to fix the car. I don't know what was the problem with the car, but what I ended up doing was I had to end up DNFing that race because it was just undrivable for me, that race. Hey, thanks for joining wherever you are, man or woman. Thanks for joining, and I hope you can enjoy the stream. Use a little bit too much brakes there, so. Yeah, it's a good track. I like it. It's fast. Very high speed. The DR zones, I'm not too fond of them, especially the one that I just passed. I'm not a big fan of it because it's like it comes in just before like a hard braking corner, and then it's like up the hill again, and then back down the hill. So it's like you lose a little bit of momentum, especially if you're chasing the car to get to DRS. So. But the DR is straight, like going on the straight in Barcelona is like one of the best. Especially if you're like on defense, it's like one of the best going on defense. And this track is a home race to Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz because they're both from Spain. So this is their home race. I just did my home race in the last video, which was the Canadian Grand Prix. That was my home race. That was exciting. I did win that race. So yeah. So guys, 4 more laps and then we're gonna head into the garage, take a small break and let the time run down a little bit because what am I gonna do for the next 15 minutes besides talk you guys' ears off? And after taking a little bit of break, we're gonna head back out to do one of the race programs, which might just be the race strategy, and then after that, the usual, just heading to qualify, and hopefully the car. As you guys can see, I haven't really touched the car that much. I have to switch out my MGUH because it's about that time. So, because I think it was in Canada. Yeah, in Canada, the car was giving me a little bit of trouble. I couldn't keep it. I couldn't even get the car on pole position, so there was a lot of work I had to do with the car. As you guys can see right now, so. Right now, the car feels more good. I'm still having a little bit of understeer, which is normal. But not as much as I did when I was driving in Canada. I had so much of an unstable car, like I couldn't even drive the car properly. But so far the car is doing very well. But I gotta see what happens when I get to quality, how it's gonna do. So. Yeah, I missed the apex on that turn. Yeah, that right there is a flat out turn, like it's completely flat out. That one you go straight to the bend. I have another flat out turn right here. For some reason I lose like my DRS, like my delta time here. My delta time drops in red when I get up that hill. I don't know why. And it stays red for a very long time, but that's okay. Two more laps to go until we head back into the garage for a bit. 60 minutes to go, or 51 minutes to go, I believe. So as you guys know, I'll be pitting on the 9th lap instead of the 8th lap. So do 8 laps, pit on the 9th. Still getting a little bit of understeer, especially coming up this hill. As soon as I hit that next corner, my delta is going to drop. Significantly drop. As you guys can clearly see, my delta dropped as soon as I touched that apex. Going down to this turn here. Well, I'm not too worried about that. I still have the speed. Car still has a lot of speed to go, so. Let me know what you guys think so far though. Do I need to improve anywhere on the track? Or do I need to improve the car? I'm gonna try to do that engine fix when I go into the garage pack. I'm gonna try to do that engine fix so I have a full green engine for the race in Barcelona, and then head on to Budapest, which I believe is in Hungary. It's the next race. I could be wrong, but I can always double check that for you guys when I head back into the pits. Welcome to whoever just joined. Thanks for joining. I'm happy to see you guys this afternoon. I am happy to be on stream with you guys today. So, and like I told you guys, I also need a winning streak. I need to get a winning streak all the way up to, I remember what race I said up to. I think up to Monza. I said I need a winning streak. So I need a winning streak up until Monza to actually stay in contention with the championship, because right now me and Max are really fighting for it. So
pitting this lap then, coming to the pits at the end of this lap.
So yeah, me and Max fighting for the championship is being great. I lost a couple races to him. He's won a couple races on me as well, obviously. But it is what it is, man. So. We're gonna head right back into the pits after this. Whoops! That was a very unfortunate spin I just had there. We're gonna head right into the pits after this one. I'm not driving that well right now, so. Head into the pits. So after this race, it will be. Let me verify with you guys what race it is, so I don't get shitted on for it. So the next race after Barcelona is Austria. I jumped to Budapest. That was it. That's literally 2 races ahead. So the next race after Barcelona is on the 2024 F1 calendar. It is the Austrian Grand Prix at Stolberg. Then after that is the Silverstone race.
Right, so far our best lap 1:15.2,
which will bring us to the first half of the season, which is the 12th race of the season in Silverstone in the UK, and then the first race of the second 12 will be Hungary and Budapest. So those are the more fun races. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna take a little break here. I know, even though we just started stream, so there's not really
Okay,
much
so
to
we're
do.
third in the speed trap, 325.0 kilometers per hour.
There's not really much to do for the next few minutes or so, because I just did 8 laps. Morally just go over my laps or so, I believe. Yeah, I just go over my laps and see my times. My lap times have been pretty decent. I started out with a 1:15. Second lap, I went to a 1:16 because I think I had like a little bit of
To view
offset.
current strategy and race objectives, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then press it again to cycle through until you reach the strategy and objectives screen.
And then on lap 2, I went back to 1:15. Time kind of went up a little bit, then it dropped again to 1:15.7, and went up again 1:15.7, then 6th lap 1:15.6, and then on 7th lap it was a bit the same. On the 8th lap it was about the same ish, but yeah. Right now, so there's a few cars on track, and I believe Max is on track, so I'm gonna let you guys enjoy that for a time being. Then after, I think when it hits like I think we should leave until like it hits like the 30-minute mark, I believe, and then like we should get back onto it, because to kill a little bit of time. Because like I said, there's not really much for me to do right now. Let's just talk you guys ears off, which I don't want to do. So we're gonna just let you guys enjoy the track, and then see you guys in a little bit of time to do the race strategy, which is 5 laps. So enjoy, guys, and see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, time for me to head back out on track to do the race strategy. Since there's only 6 cars on track, now should be like a very good time for me to head back out on track to do this, and then I might do a couple more laps after that. So
okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
we'll see. So enjoy these laps, and then yeah, we'll just check the telemetry after these laps. Yeah, enjoy guys. Yeah, thank you, bro. I'll definitely try to have a good race day for sure. I will definitely try to have a good race day. I want to keep pushing on the positive note that I got a very good race in Canada. Hope to continue in Barcelona. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining the stream as well, too. Hope you're enjoying it. In about 26 minutes time, you will get to see qualifying for the race, so hope you stay around for that. Okay, bro. Yeah, thank you, man. And if you don't mind me asking you, what country are you watching my stream from? Since you say you might fall asleep, I don't know if it's like super late or early morning for you. Where are you located? I'm in Canada, so our time zone might not be the same. Oh, okay, Europe, okay. Yeah, so we're definitely on like a few hours difference of the time zone there, for sure, makes sense. because it's 8:08 right now, and I'm assuming the time there is a bit more or less a few hours ahead of me. Okay, yeah, it's pretty late for you there, man. So yeah, if you can't watch the stream, that's okay. You can always go back and rewatch the video after the stream is over, man. No problem there. So I failed one of these because I did a spin. Unfortunately, I need to get number 5 in order for me to complete it. I need at least 4 out of 5, and right now I only have 3 out of 5. If I complete number 5 without any problems, it should be enough. I don't know, that's like the second time since I've been driving I had a spin in that corner. Because like on my first few laps when I was doing practice, I had a spin here before. And now again with the race program, I had a spin here. So I have to be more careful coming into that corner later this afternoon for the race. But I hope you guys are excited for the Grand Prix this weekend. They're in Spa, and in this case they're in Belgium. I'm excited to watch that race and also watch the sprint race Saturday and the Grand Prix race on Sunday. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Yeah, I saw that too because Max Verstappen made a video on the Red Bull official page and he's saying the track was wet. So rain in Spa is gonna make that race even more exciting. I don't know. When it rains at Spa, it makes the rain more exciting and make it that Max is being on like race that track in so many different ways. I feel like he's gonna pop out again on Spa. Well, let's see what happens, because I'm curious to see how the track is going to do this weekend with the rain. So it should be exciting.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So yeah, no, that should definitely be exciting for sure. I guess we'll see when I watch the warm-up show on Thursday. The warm-up for the trackers where the commentators talk about what's going in for the weekend and what happened the past race in what was Silverstone? Yes, I believe it was in Silverstone. So much change this year because the calendar has been so much different. So yeah, the last race was in Silverstone. Because yeah, so much happened in Silverstone with Max spinning, Hulkenberg getting P3 on and getting on podium.
Right, so fastest lap currently 1 minute 15.1.
And like so many different like accidents happen, like, and the rain and the strategy was all over the place in England. But I'm happy that Lando got his first win at his home track. That is one to remember for sure. Most definitely. And the warm-up for Spa, which is on a Thursday, it starts at 11:30 on my time. I don't know what time it is and what time it's gonna start in Europe, but for me it's 11 o'clock. 11:30 in the morning, I believe. Yeah. 11:30 Thursday. It could be Thursday. I feel like that's Thursday morning because practice the next day is like at 7 o'clock in the morning. So that should be interesting.
Okay, the circuit's clear at the moment. We're good to go.
So I'm gonna let this run out a little bit. Let the time run out because, like I said, there's not really much to do at the moment besides talk your guys' ears off, and I don't feel like doing that too much because there's a lot more talking to do when it comes to the qualifying. And so far, well, I just got my lap smashed by my teammate. So my lap right now is 115.1 with a gap of
We're 16th
300
from the speed trap, 325.0 kilometers per hour.
with a gap of 325. So stay tuned, guys, and hope you guys enjoy this. Talk to you guys in a little bit, and yeah. If you guys comment while I'm not here, I'll check your guys' comment after, and I'll reply to them if you guys are still in the stream. So hear me out on that. So see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna let the time run down until practice is basically finished. So stay tuned, guys, for qualifier in about 18 minutes time. So enjoy, guys. So guys, 2 minutes to go until qualifier. I know, I don't even know where I'm at on the lap time. I'm still number 2, so that's okay. Hopefully. So yeah, hopefully it should be fun. I'm excited to go into quali, so stay tuned, guys. Almost 1 minute to go, guys. So I'm excited to this because I'm ready for quali, man. See you guys in about 1 minute.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Alright, it's time for us to go into qualifier and have some fun. So I'm gonna try to do what I usually do, give you guys like, you know, a decent push lap, and hopefully that lap gets me a good lap, because I need it right now. I usually do first lap. If my first lap goes well, I usually peel into the pits, but if it doesn't go well, I go around for a second run. So let's hope that I get a very good first lap. So stay tuned, enjoy. This should be exciting. I'm excited for this. Alright, time for qualifiers. Here we go. Just double check something. Nope, not that. And this I need to turn off. Let's see what happens when it's there. Alright, enjoy quali, guys.
Hello everyone, it is a track the drivers know oh so well. It is qualifying in Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix.
Right, enjoy, guys. First lap, Q1.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the line, so I kind of went over the finish line, which gives me a second lap. So I may end up have to go back out on the third lap. So let's see what my time is right now. So my time right now is a 1:13.8 with a gap.
Okay, our best lap so far, 1:13.8.
With a gap of 470. So that is exciting. So I'm gonna leave that like that for a bit. Hopefully it stays up there like that with about 11 minutes to go in qualifier. So yeah, with 11 minutes to go, and yeah, this should be fun. So enjoy the rest of the cars out on track, guys. So end of Q2, end of Q1, and we're heading into Q2. So let's do it. That was good. I did a 113.8, not so bad. The gap was 470, and let's see who's out in Q1. So who is out in Q1? Kevin Magnussen in P20. That's how he will start the race. Valtteri Bottas in P19. And then you have Zhou Guanyu, his teammate, in P18, who will start in P18. And then you have Nico Hulkenberg in P17, which is surprising to see him out in Q1 after the last two races, and then Pierre Gasly in P16 is out in Q1. So let's go ahead right into Q2, and yeah, let's do it. Let's head right out right away.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Am I tripping right now? For a second, I thought the gap was like 10.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
So until all the cars are back
Drag
in.
reduction system allows you to gain speed on certain straights. We call these areas the DRS zones. You can use your DRS in these areas at will during practice and qualifying, but in the race, DRS is only available if you're within 1 second of the car in front. The bar at the bottom of your MFD will fill up as you approach the DRS zone, and once it starts flashing, press the DRS button to activate.
I don't know why it's giving me instructions on these things, but Guess that's something I have to figure out in my settings, and I might do that right now actually. Because I don't know why it's giving me instructions on that stuff. Let's see if I can turn it off. Okay, I don't know what it is, but wait, hold on. No, it's not here, so. So basically, when everybody is back in the pits, I will do a complete analysis of my lap times. So instead of just wait, I'll just wait because there's still 5 cars out on track. So when they're back in, we'll go over the diagnostics of it. So yeah, so enjoy.
Right, so our best lap so far, 1 minute 13.6.
Alright, so guys, as you guys can see, my lap time for the first lap I had was at 113.6 with a sector 1 of 21.8 and a sector 2 of 29.8 and a sector 3 with a 21.9. And then with max had a 114.3 with the gap being 672 with the first sector 1 as 22.0 and a sector 2 30.0 and a sector 3 22.1. So let's see what happens in the next few minutes. Hope you guys enjoy those laps from myself, and yeah, stay tuned guys. So that was the end of Q2. Let's see who is out in the end of Q2. So you have Logan Sargent, who is in Williams, out in Q2 in P15, and you have Esteban Ocon in Alpine out in Q2, and he will start in P14. Alex Albon in the other Williams, who will be starting in P13 for the Grand Prix, and then Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes out in Q2 is starting in P12. And with the last person out in Q2 is Carlos Sainz. This is his home race, so it's a bit unfortunate that he's out in Q2. He will be starting in P11. And who all is in Q3 is Daniel Ricciardo, George Russell, Yuki Tsunoda, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, hit another Spaniard, and it's his home race, Lance Stroll, Oscar Piastri, myself, and Max Verstappen and myself is in for Q3. So let's head to Q3 and yeah, get ready for a race right after this. So enjoy, guys.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Okay, we can take you this lap.
Welcome back, bro. Good to see you back on the stream. Good to see you back, man. I just did my first lap in Q3, and then we're just gonna wait for the times, and then we're gonna see if I need to go back on track. If not, I'm curious to see the gap between me and Max right now. Okay, the gap between me and Max is not so bad, but it's still worrying, considering I had the fastest sector 1, sector 2, and sector 3. So on a very good
Right, our
lap.
best lap so far, 1:13.3.
Yep, that was a very good lap. So let's stay tuned and see what happens. And I doubt I need a push lap, improvement lap, considering I didn't need one for Q1, Q2, and Q3. I doubt I'm gonna need one for it. So let's stay tuned and see what happens in the next few minutes. So stay tuned and hold on for the next few minutes, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of Q3, heading into the race, the track introduction, and the start of the race. So stay tuned, guys. 45 seconds to go, guys, and then we're gonna end Q. We will end Q3 and head right into the race. So yeah, like I said,
Okay, mate, our best lap so far, 1 minute 13.3.
I did not need to go out on another lap. Looks like Verstappen didn't either, and I didn't. Which brings me to the overall. I will be on pole position for the Barcelona and the Spanish Grand Prix. There's 13 seconds left to go, so it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so with that being said,
the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow.
Let's do it.
So make sure you join us then.
Fernando Alonso is on P3. Got to be. So with that being said, we're gonna head right into the race introduction. So enjoy it, and I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys again just before the race start when they come around for at the end of the formation lap. So enjoy, guys. Talk to you guys in a bit.
Max Verstappen's first win for Red Bull on debut here. One of the great dramatic days in Formula One after the clash on the first lap of Hamilton and Rosberg. The entire crowd at turn 7 on their feet, cheering. An extraordinary race. It's always a treat to come back here for the Spanish Grand Prix. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the long run down into turn 1. This is a 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging here, to put it mildly. There are 16 corners, but there's still a lot of drama and excitement to be found out there on track. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Henry lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, Norris, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Sainz, Hamilton, Albon, Gasly, Joe, Bottas, Magnussen, Ocon, Sargent, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Hello everyone, welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, and we say hello to Naomi Schiff. Now, those final hours before a race, did you have a routine?
Well, every driver certainly has their own way of preparing themselves before a race. But I can tell you that pre-race rituals are a real thing. When I was in go-karting, I used to touch every wheel in a specific sequence before I got into the kart. And then I stepped up to cars and had a specific set of fireproof base layers just for race day. So watch the drivers when they're on the grid. Some may be sitting on the floor and isolating, others may be up to other things that they do. But these little things really help their minds get ready for the race.
The formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. As the cars come back to the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can.
See ya, guys. Like I said, enjoy the race. Now, see you guys there.
Within the points.
So, enjoy the race, guys.
Drive-through penalty.
Had to restart, guys, because I did a drive-through penalty and it was by accident. I didn't mean to do that, so sorry for the delay.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
I have to restart the race.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, mate, and that's Max ahead now. We can't let them hold us up for too long, so let's try and get past as soon as possible and crack on. Push, push. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag. We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums. Push now, we're boxing this lap. Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Bro, let's see what happened. Ridiculous right now. This is ridiculous. You're gonna try to pit next lap. I'm in
Up to
P4
speed now,
man.
let's get some heat into those tyres.
Bro, let's do this.
Okay, mate, we've got to move up the order if we can, so I'm setting you a new target. Push, push. Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate. Gap to your teammate ahead, 27.8 seconds. They're in first. And the time last lap, 1:20.5. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1 minute 18.3. Okay, gap ahead, 1.8 seconds. So you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors. I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data. So keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well done. Okay, mate. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep temps under control, please. At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, the timing screens tell us you're 12 seconds off the next car right now. Let's see if we can reduce that over the next few laps. Top job, mate. Top job. Yes! I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but man, you pulled through. Thank you. Well done.
Worst race ever. Worse than Japan. Worse than the 2 losses I had against Max. This was a shitty ass race, man.
For the final time, Max Verstappen takes the win.
Very shitty ass
And
race.
just as a cherry on the cake, they've got the fastest lap point too. Just another one in the bag.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Very shitty race, bro. Very shitty race. Very, very shitty. Did not like that at all. Surprisingly, I'm still in the lead, but I'm only in the lead by 6 points. But that was a very shitty race. I did not enjoy that at all. And I know the highlights are going to be even worse, so enjoy the highlights. Yep, like I said, not my best lap at all. Did not enjoy that. Not my best race at all, man. So, ugh. We're still at 50-50, man. I lost a few things here, give or take. I believe I lost. Oh, I got all of them. Yeah, that's not the weekend I was hoping to happen, so. So yeah, guys, like I said, that was a race. So next race is in Austria, and we know what's gotta happen in Austria for the next race. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you guys at the next race. I'm still in the lead, but not by much. Enjoy, guys, and I'll see you guys for the next race. Thank you for joining tonight's stream. Wasn't the best race results, so just stay tuned, and I'll see you guys there for the next race. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight as much as I did. So I know it wasn't what I wanted it to be like, so it is what it is. I'm gonna put my foot down and come back and get a win in Austria. So let's hold on to that. And I'll see you guys then. Have a good rest of your night, and peace out, guys.